It's easy to take something for granted. Growing up in New Hampshire, the natural beauty surrounded me every day, and I didn't even see it. Then I went to Ohio for school. Being in the Midwest made me realize that every part of the country has its own beauty. I learned how many people had never experienced the Northeast, and I wanted to change that using photography. At the beginning of the summer, a series of personal situations sent me reeling. My parents had recently started in on a difficult divorce. My relationship with my old friends felt strained, and I had significantly changed over the course of my second year. I felt a sense of general unease because I didn't feel like I was certain of my major and my goals. I felt unsure of what I was doing and also of who I was. But time didn't stop to allow me to figure myself out. I spent time on the tops of mountains and also in caves. Being in nature became a type of escape for me. It was quiet and removed, and I only had to worry about myself and my dog, and occasionally a friend. I photographed tiny wildflowers and large rivers. I watched birds sit on branches and pose for me. I dealt with critters that would scamper off every time I reached for my camera. I could spend time, sometimes hours, away from my troubles. I loved seeing the shapes of each plant, each tree, and how they were all individual, even if they were the same species. I loved watching the sky and seeing how fluid the clouds and colors were. These things I noticed primarily because of photography. Staring through the viewfinder and really looking at what was in front of me allowed me to see how small, individual objects, each with their own beauty, came together to create a masterpiece. Beyond just being separate from my stressful life, nature helped me to see that it's okay to be uncertain and even uncomfortable with who I am. Life is a learning experience, and as the trees, flowers, and even the mountains never stop changing and growing, neither will I. I learned a lot about myself, including that I can survive the twists and turns of life. I haven't fully discovered who I am as a person, but now I feel comfortable with that fact. I know that humans are just as much a part of nature as any tree is, and as such, we will always be spreading our branches, growing taller, and experiencing new things.